All right, so you want to level up your PS5 game without spending a dime?
That's right. We're talking free-to-play, but not just any free-to-play.
We're separating the gems from the not-so-gems.
We're going deep on Hardcore Gamer's list of the 10 best free-to-play games on PlayStation 5.
And let me tell you, these aren't your dusty old hand-me-down games.
These are contenders, folks. Games grabbing attention for their quality and depth.
So if you're ready to dive into a world of free PS5 fun, then buckle up, because...
We're about to break down why these games deserve a spot on your hard drive.
Okay, so before we jump into the specifics, set the scene for us. What kind of gaming landscape are we looking at here?
Well, free-to-play has come a long way, right? It's not just about those little mobile games anymore.
No, we're talking full-fledged experiences, often with huge communities.
Yeah. And Hardcore Gamer has picked a variety of genres, but what's really taking off these days...
Yeah, what's hot in the free-to-play world right now?
We're seeing a surge in hero shooters, games like, think Overwatch, where you've got characters with unique abilities.
Right. Teamwork is key in those games.
Absolutely. Strategy is huge. And then you've got Battle Royales, always a fan favorite.
Always a crowd pleaser, those Battle Royales.
But even within that, you've got variety. Some are all about that fast-paced action. Others are more tactical.
Right.
And RPGs, they're making a comeback with innovative gameplay, visuals that will blow you away.
It's amazing how far things have come visually in gaming.
It's remarkable, really.
So it sounds like no matter your play style, there's a free-to-play experience out there with your name on it. And speaking of, let's unpack the first contender on our list, Genshin Impact. This one's been making waves.
It's become a phenomenon, hasn't it?
It's huge. Why do you think Hardcore Gamer put it at the top of their list?
Well, imagine, just picture, the open-world exploration of a game like Breath of the Wild.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
Now infuse that with stunning anime-style graphics and a magic system that lets you control, the elements.
It's like stepping into a Studio Ghibli film, but with way more action, right?
Visually breathtaking. And that world they've created, Teyvat, it's full of secrets, puzzles, challenging enemies, and we can't forget about the gacha system.
Yes, the gacha system.
A staple in many free-to-play RPGs.
Like a slot machine for characters, right?
Yeah. You're hoping to get that super rare hero to complete your dream team.
Exactly. But it can be a bit of a money sink if you're not careful.
It can be. But Genshin Impact does a great job of making those pulls exciting.
Even for those of us who've experienced the gacha before.
Exactly. And here's the thing. You don't actually need to spend any money to enjoy the game.
Really?
The free characters are more than capable of getting you through the main story.
That's good to know, because I know some of these games can really make it tough if you don't spend.
Great. But Genshin strikes a good balance. It caters to both the casual player and the hardcore collector.
A tough balance to achieve, for sure. All right, moving on. From sprawling RPGs to the adrenaline rush of battle royales, we're talking Apex Legends.
Oh, yeah, Apex.
This one's been a dominant force in the free-to-play world.
And it's held on to its popularity for a reason. Most battle royales, it's all about being the last one standing, right?
Right, survival of the fittest.
But Apex adds this layer of strategy with its hero shooter elements.
So you're familiar with hero shooters, right?
Yeah.
Where each character has unique abilities.
Yeah. And Apex has this roster of characters called Legends.
Legends. Love it.
Each with their own unique abilities, personalities.
It's not just about having good aim in this one.
No, you got to be strategic, coordinate with your team.
And master your Legends abilities.
Exactly. And what's cool is that even though there's a high skill ceiling...
You can jump in as a beginner and not feel totally lost.
Yeah. Their ping system is a game changer, especially if you're not comfortable using voice chat.
It's those little things that make a difference.
For sure.
Okay, next on our list, we have a game that might be flying under the radar for some, but Hardcore Gamer is calling it a hidden gem. XDefiant.
Yeah, XDefiant. This is Ubisoft's entry into the free-to-play world.
Ubisoft knows how to make games.
They do, and XDefiant is no different. It takes the hero shooter genre and injects it with fast-paced, tactical gameplay.
We're talking Call of Duty meets Overwatch with a sprinkle of Rainbow Six Siege.
You got it.
Okay, a lot to live up to. What makes XDefiant stand out?
It's all about the factions.
Right, the article mentioned factions.
Each faction has its own unique abilities, play styles, which adds a whole new depth to team composition.
So give us an example.
Okay, so let's say you're someone who loves rushing into battle.
Guns blazing.
Exactly. Then you might like the Cleaners. They're all about aggressive offense, close quarters combat.
They sound intense.
They are. But if you prefer a more strategic, laid-back approach,
Support class for life.
then the Phantoms are the faction for you. They're all about using tech to control the battlefield.
So, no matter your playstyle, there's a faction for you in XDefiant. All right, let's shift gears to another RPG, but this one's got a very different vibe than Genshin Impact. We're talking Zenless Zone Zero.
Oh, Zenless Zone Zero, this one's generating a ton of buzz.
It's still in development, right?
It is, but people are excited, and for good reason. It's made by the same developers as Genshin Impact.
So you know it's going to look stunning.
The visuals are incredible, but where Genshin is about open-world exploration, Zenless Zone Zero is all about fast-paced, stylish combat.
Hardcore gamers specifically called out the squad-based combat.
And for good reason. It's all about switching between your characters to create these insane combos.
Oh, I love that.
Imagine juggling enemies in the air, chaining together attacks.
It sounds super stylish.
It is. It's like a dance.
Okay, so it requires some skill then.
You've got to be aware of your surroundings, your team's strengths, and be ready to adapt on the fly.
Speaking of adapting,
Yeah.
let's talk about a game that demands just that. Rogue Company. What's the rundown on this one?
Think of it like a more strategic, tactical Overwatch.
Okay, I like where this is going.
You still have those unique characters and abilities, but the gameplay requires more thought, precise shooting.
Not your average run and gun shooter.
No, positioning, map knowledge, communication, those are key in Rogue Company.
It sounds like my kind of game.
Yeah.
So tell me about the characters. They're called rogues, right?
They are, and each rogue has their own unique gadgets and weapons. Want to be stealthy? Pick Demo with his mines and explosives. Prefer a support role? Saint, with his revive drone and healing abilities, is your guy.
So many choices for players who like to plan ahead. All right, let's talk about a game that needs no introduction, Call of Duty. Warzone 2.0.
That's a big one.
Hardcore gamer loves the Gulag. For those who haven't experienced the Gulag, what's so special about it?
So in most battle royales, you're eliminated, that's it, you're out.
Right, back to the lobby.
But in Warzone 2.0, you get a second chance, a fight for redemption, in the Gulag.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
It's a one-on-one duel against another downed player. The winner gets to rejoin the game.
Talk about high stakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It adds this whole psychological element to the game. Even if you lose a firefight, you could win your Gulag duel and come back for revenge.
I can see how that would be addicting. Okay, time for something completely different. A game that actually comes pre-installed on your PS5, Astro's Playroom.
A lot of people might overlook this one.
But Hardcore Gamer called it a love letter to PlayStation,
They're not wrong. It's pure PlayStation nostalgia.
and they called it a guided tour of the PS5 hardware. What do they mean by that?
So each level is themed around a different part of the PS5 console.
That's cool.
Yeah, you're jumping on motherboards, dodging cooling fans.
No way.
It's a really fun way to actually learn about how the console works.
All right, now for a game with a little more bite. Vampire. The Masquerade Bloodhunt vampires and battle royales, it's a winning combination.
You already know this one caught my eye.
Hardcore Gamer was impressed with the clan abilities, especially the Toreador.
The Toreador are all about speed and agility. Very stylish.
That sounds like your playstyle.
Definitely. But if you're more into stealth, the Nosferatu might be more your speed. They can disappear into the shadows, stalk their prey.
Creepy. All right, next up we have World of Warships Legends. I'm getting some serious naval vibes from this one.
Oh yeah, this one is all about strategy. Commanding these massive warships, outmaneuvering your opponents.
It's not just about reflexes then.
No, you gotta think ahead, anticipate your enemy's moves, know your ship inside and out.
So there's real depth to it.
Absolutely. Hardcore Gamer praised the historical accuracy too. They've got these incredibly detailed ships from different eras.
Very cool. Okay, last but not least, we have a giant in the free-to-play world, Overwatch 2.
The sequel we'd all been waiting for.
Hardcore Gamer emphasized choosing the right hero for your team. They broke it down into the classic tank, damage, and support roles.
Yeah, and Overwatch 2 does a great job of balancing those roles. Every role feels impactful.
So give us the rundown. What kind of heroes can players choose from?
Well, you've got your classic tanks like Reinhardt, soaking up damage, protecting the team. Then there are your damage heroes like Tracer, flanking, racking up those eliminations. And of course, no team is complete without a support, keeping everyone alive, providing heals and buffs.
But all about teamwork then.
Teamwork is everything in Overwatch 2. You got to know your role, know when to attack, when to defend.
This has been an amazing rundown. So many fantastic free-to-play options for PS5.
It goes to show that you don't need to spend a ton of money to have a great gaming experience.
That's right. And there you have it, folks. 10 amazing free-to-play games, each offering unique experiences, proving that free doesn't mean sacrificing quality. What are you waiting for? Go download one or all of them and start your free-to-play adventure today. And don't forget to check out our other deep dives where we explore even more fascinating topics. Until next time, game on.